Imagine running a profitable store, you know, selling actual physical things, t-shirts, mugs, that kind of stuff,
Right.
but with no staff, no warehouse, and almost no starting capital. It sounds like a fantasy, but it's really not anymore.
No, and the source material we dove into, it really shows that the secret weapon is just knowing how to ask the right questions, the prompts, using AI tools that are cheap or, in many cases, completely free.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are unpacking a really powerful set of sources, all detailing the practical steps to mastering what's being called AI e-commerce 2026.
And this is for you, the person who wants that knowledge but wants it quick and thorough.
Yeah, without the fluff.
Exactly. Our mission here is to just cut through all the hype and give you the actual steps. This stuff isn't theory. It's based on real experience, how to automate design, how to find customers, and how to build a system around a one-person business.
We're basically looking at how to take a sledgehammer to the old gatekeepers of, inventory and design fees. But how do we actually do that?
Well, we need a map. So first, we'll unpack that fundamental shift the leverage AI really provides.
Then we're going to get into the specifics, the actual prompts for tools like Canva, Gemini, and Claude.
And finally, we'll pull it all together, how to build that automatic system for marketing that really lets you scale. So let's get into it.
Okay, so let's start with that foundational shift.
Yeah.
If you think back to the old days of running an online store, it was just a massive headache, wasn't it?
Oh,
You
absolutely.
had to go out and hire designers, find copywriters, and then you'd spend hours just staring at these, boring Excel sheets,
Yeah.
basically guessing what a customer might want to buy.
That guesswork and just the cost of hiring people up front, that created a huge barrier. You couldn't even start without taking on some pretty significant risks.
Mm-hmm.
And the new reality, this AI e-commerce 2026, it's a complete structural shift. Automation is now handling the hardest, most time-consuming parts of that whole process.
And the key thing from what we've read is that your role completely changes. You don't have to be a coder. You don't need to be some tech genius.
No.
You just need to know how to prompt. That's the new skill.
And the tools, this is critical, they're inexpensive. A lot of the main functions we're going to talk about today are available for free, or maybe through a very low-cost subscription.
So it completely replaces that need for staff, for inventory. It makes a really profitable one-person business actually feasible.
Truly feasible.
So the old barriers were money and technical skill.
Yeah.
And the new barriers just the quality of your prompt.
Yeah.
If we had to boil it all down, what's the single biggest difference between that old way and this new AI approach?
It's leverage. AI replaces all that risky guesswork and expensive hiring with intelligent, cheap, and automated prompting.
Okay, that makes sense. That sets the foundation. But you need a product to sell, and that starts with design. So let's jump into how we actually build that creative engine.
Right, because people buy with their eyes first. Always. If the visual is weak, you've lost the sale. That's it.
And that used to mean years of training in Photoshop or Illustrator.
But now the solopreneur becomes a curator. That's the word.
You're using AI to generate the pieces, and then you just assemble them. You decide what fits your brand. It's like stacking Lego blocks of data and images. I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift sometimes. When you have a clear idea and the AI just slowly starts wandering off in a totally different direction.
Oh, yeah. That happens.
That human-AI interaction is still tricky. But the tools are getting so much better.
You're getting better fast. So let's look at the specifics of creation. First up, you need professional files. That's where a tool like Canva comes in. It's like your production workstation.
Right, and it's not just for making slide decks anymore. Its Magic Media feature, that's a text-to-image tool, can turn a simple idea into a professional file that's ready to print instantly.
And the example prompt we saw is super specific, which is key to getting a good output. It's something like minimalist line art of a sleepy cat holding a coffee mug, high resolution, black and white.
And boom, you get a print-ready asset. You just bypass the need for a designer completely.
And here's where the strategy comes in, where you start using different tools for different jobs. The source suggests Gemini is better for finding what's popular right now.
Why is that?
Because it's connected directly to Google's live search data. It's not looking at an old data set. It's seeing the world as it's changing in real time.
So if you want to know what people are buying today, you need that live data.
Exactly. And the recommended prompt is pretty intense. It's something like, analyze top-selling gifts for remote workers in 2026. Give me 10 design concepts that combine home office humor and minimalist aesthetic, and explain why each one will sell.
Wow. Okay, so it's not just giving you ideas, it's giving you the justification. the business case.
Right. It'll tell you if the obsession is standing desks or, Zoom fatigue jokes.
So we're not asking one tool to do everything. We use Gemini for the data, but then we pivot to something like ChatGPT. The sources say it has a better cultural ear for writing those little slogans that sell an identity.
Exactly. You are selling an identity, not just a t-shirt. ChatGPT is fantastic at understanding vibe and subculture.
So the example was for introverted bookrooms.
Right. It asks for 15 short, sarcastic, relatable slogans using that POV style that's so popular on TikTok, so the shirt becomes a signal to other people in that subculture.
And then things get even more strategic with a tool like Claude, which acts like your automated business consultant.
Yeah, Claude is really optimized for long-form reasoning, which makes it perfect for analyzing your competitors' weaknesses.
And the prompt for this is, it's really powerful. You upload, 50 negative reviews from a top competitor?
And then you tell Claude to find the 3 biggest complaints. Maybe the product is too thin or it smells like plastic. Then Claude suggests a new product, like a deep cushion, odorless mat, designed specifically to fix what everyone hates about the competition.
That's automated, precise, competitive intelligence. Just incredible.
But what if you want to find something totally new, a blue ocean that no one's even thought of yet? That's where the sources point to Perplexity. It's like your secret agent.
Because it goes deeper.
Much deeper. It digs into forums like Reddit and Quora, places where people are complaining, sharing inside jokes, and revealing really specific pain points.
So you can find inside jokes from communities like our programming humor or our nursing.
Exactly. And you use those to create these hyper-specific products that have incredibly high conversion rates. That is how you find those pockets of unmet demand.
Perplexity finding inside jokes. That sounds like genius, but also kind of high risk. Are you not just building a huge library of products that might only sell like 5 units each? What about the opportunity cost?
That's a fair point. The strategy isn't to chase every single joke, it's to validate it first. Is this a pain point that's shared by thousands of people in that subreddit?
Okay.
If that niche is active and the pain is real, the conversion rate can be so high that those few sales are more profitable because you're not competing in a mass market.
So if the goal is rapid design, what's the most vital AI function for finding a product that customers want right now?
It has to be Perplexity's deep search. It finds those hidden niche pain points that your competitors are just completely missing.
Okay, so you've got these amazing optimized products. Now the challenge is traffic. Getting free customers without, dancing on TikTok or buying expensive ads.
Right, this is where you build what the sources call a customer magnet.
Hmm.
You use AI to create a high-speed content factory for platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Because the algorithms there favor content that solves problems fast. We're talking 15-second attention spans.
And you're not using AI to write boring marketing copy. You're using it to write scripts that use that classic pain, agitate, solution formula. It taps right into customer psychology.
Okay, so the example for the water tracking bottle. The prompt demands a shocking hook.
Right. Then 7 seconds of agitating the problem, making the customer feel that tiredness from dehydration, and only then do you offer the product as the perfect solution. It's about building an emotional connection, but at high speed and automated.
And then there's SEO. On platforms like Etsy or Amazon, customers are actively searching for things.
And the secret isn't inventing new keywords. It's optimizing the ones that are already working, using long-tail keywords.
Which are just those super specific phrases that signal someone is ready to buy.
Right. Instead of trying to rank for coffee mug, you rank for minimalist line art coffee mug for introverted software developers. Much less competition, much higher intent.
And again, the sources suggest Gemini for this. Why Gemini for SEO?
It's that connection to Google again. It has the best insight into how those keywords are actually performing right now.
So you give it the titles of 5 best-selling competitors.
And it rewrites your 140-character SEO title to be perfect. It includes the target user, the main use, and the emotion. And it even suggests the 13 best tags to use right away.
Beyond the sort of quick-hit content, the sources also talk about Pinterest as a crucial channel for long-term stability.
Absolutely. Pinterest is way less volatile than TikTok. A pin is like a little shop window that can stay alive and drive traffic for years.
So you use AI for that too?
Yeah, you use it to create a structured 90-day plan. You divide it up, brand awareness, building trust, closing sales, and it gives you specific pin ideas tailored for, say, a Gen Z audience. Consistency becomes automated.
So beyond just the quick content scripts, how does AI make sure that the marketing strategy is actually stable over the long term?
AI is constantly analyzing that search data and creating long-term content plans, so your consistency and optimization never really falter.
So let's talk about the final piece, scaling and systemization. Because when orders start flowing in, your time becomes the biggest bottleneck, right?
It's the only bottleneck. If you're writing every customer message yourself, you've just traded one job for another.
The focus has to shift to building the machine, the automatic system.
And customer service is the first place to automate because modern customers are, let's be honest, incredibly impatient. You use ChatGPT to build a library for your virtual assistant.
So you're not just writing generic replies. You're creating like 10 different customized templates for things like a shipping delay because of a storm or just simple product praise.
They have to sound friendly, they have to sound human, but they're instant. You're not spending 15 minutes drafting a reply every single time.
And then the numbers. You can't avoid the data.
Doing business without looking at the data is just gambling. And the sources really recommend Claude here because it handles those long, difficult data files better than the other tools. It's your automated CFO.
Great. And this is where we get to the million-dollar prompt. You upload your CSV sales report to Claude, and you apply the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle.
Correct. The Pareto principle, just to be clear, it's about finding the 20% of your products that are bringing in 80% of your revenue.
So you tell Claude to find that core 20%.
Exactly. But just as importantly, it immediately lists the products that are wasting storage costs, so you can cut them instantly. That insight drives your profit margin directly.
Wow. So Claude isn't just giving you a report, it's giving you a direct order.
Right.
Stop wasting money on these specific products right now. That moves the needle immediately.
Instantly.
Whoa, I mean, just imagine scaling that data analysis to a billion queries across an entire product line.
Yeah.
The level of efficiency there is. It's just staggering.
It changes everything. And that need to scale also means mass production of product descriptions. You can't manually write descriptions for hundreds of products. It's impossible for one person.
So you build a perfect master template. The formula is SEO plus customer benefits plus a call to action, a CTA. That's your blueprint.
And then you use a mass production prompt to write, say, 50 different versions for 50 different t-shirt designs, maybe all on the theme of solo travel, and you make sure no two descriptions are the same.
Which is critical, right? To avoid Google's duplicate content penalty.
Crucial. The AI handles all the little variations while keeping the core message and the SEO perfect.
And finally, scaling isn't just about efficiency. It's about trust. It's about building a brand so you can justify higher prices.
You use AI to write a powerful brand story, like the story of a freelancer who's just seeking some peace on their desk. You sell that feeling, that story, right along with the product.
And the ultimate goal is just to stop doing manual work altogether.
Right. The final step is creating SOPs, standard operating procedures. You just describe your messy manual process to the AI, and it turns that into a professional, clear, step-by-step guide. It's ready for a virtual assistant to take over when you need one.
So if I'm really trying to increase my profit margin, which one of these tools gives the most critical financial insight?
It has to be Claude. It analyzes your sales data with the 80-20 rule to identify that top 20% of money-making products for you to focus on immediately.
Okay, so let's just bring this all together. The comparison between the old way of doing business and this AI e-commerce 2026 idea it's just stark. And that's what makes it so revolutionary.
It really is. AI replaces guessing at ideas with a global data scan from Gemini and Perplexity. It replaces, 3 years of Photoshop training with a 10-minute design in Canva.
And maybe most critically, it replaces staring at messy Excel sheets with an instant, data-driven analysis of your financial mistakes from Claude's Pareto analysis.
And for anyone worried about the technical side, the sources confirm that non-native English speakers can absolutely use AI for translation. They can turn their ideas into natural-sounding English copy for a global audience.
A beginner should just start with the free accounts. You only upgrade when you're actually making money.
Exactly.
But it's so important to remember this one distinction. AI is an incredibly smart assistant, but you are still the boss.
100%.
You have to choose the designs, you have to choose the stories, and the communication that really connects with your customers. You provide the human context, the final veto.
The difference between people who make money and the people who just think about it is always action. So this week, just do one thing. Open Canva, pick a topic you like, cats, the gym, plants, whatever, and just make your first design.
Don't worry about perfection.
No, just start the machine.
And building on that idea of brand story and customer emotion from the sources, here's a provocative thought to leave you with. How much higher can you actually set your price when AI allows you to sell a powerful feeling, that curated identity, instead of just a physical product?
We'll leave you with that thought. We hope this deep dive gave you the clarity you needed to start building your own automated system today.